All right, for this last concept that we're learning about for this chapter, and this will be an important one. This last one's called the limiting reagent. So the first example I'm going to use is kind of silly, but it's very important, and it's completely the same thing that you'll be doing for all the rest of your limiting reagent calculations. It's finding the reagents that are limiting the total number of things you can make. So first off, let's use a cheeseburger as our example. Okay, so right now we have a cheeseburger. Let's go ahead and write a balanced chemical equation for this cheeseburger. All right, so in order to make a cheeseburger, I need one cheese plus, say, two bun plus one meat goes to form one burger. Okay, that's my balance, my chemical reaction for this particular equation. Now let's look at, now we'll go ahead and consider how much of each we have. Okay, so say I have 53 cheese, let's say here 102 bun, and 44 meat. Alright, so say this is how many of each of these I have. The question is, how many cheeseburgers can I make, and what will I have left over after I've made all the cheeseburgers I can? So this might seem a little silly, and you might be able to do this math in your head, but I ask you not to do that, to actually go through these steps that I'm about to take. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with each one of these particular reagents, and then I'm going to convert them into the total number of cheeseburgers I could make, assuming that I had enough of all the other reagents. Okay, so starting with what I'm given here, 53 cheese. So 53 cheese, I go to my balanced chemical equation. I see for every one cheese I can make one burger. So times dimensional analysis, we need to cancel the cheese, and we need to go to a burger. Okay, burger, what is the coefficients here? I've got a 1-to-1 ratio, 1-to-1, and so I end up with 53 burgers. So 53 burger, that's how many burgers I could make with that much cheese, assuming I'd have all the bun and all the meats I need. Let's go do the same thing with the bun. So 102 bun times one burger for every, and see from the balanced chemical equation, I need 2 bun. So right here, I'm actually going to go ahead and actually cancel this, because I can do that in my head. That's 51, right? So 51, cancel with that, that 102 divided by 2 is 51, times 1. So that'll give me 51 burger. Now, looking at that last bit, I have 44 meat. So 44 meat times, and for every 1 meat, I get 1 burger. So 1 burger for 1 meat. Again, remember, I'm assuming that I have enough of everything else. So I see I end up with 44 burger. So my question is, which one of these reagents, meat, bun, or cheese, will be my limiting reagent? Well, it's the one that creates the fewest number of burgers. So I see right here, I'll only make 44 burgers with this many cheese, meat, and bun. And so this would be my limiting reagent. Running out of room here. There's one other question I want to ask. How many cheeses and buns will I have left over after I've made all of the burgers I can? Well, I can start with the total number of burgers that I made, burger, and then I'm going to take that back into the number of cheeses that I use. So burger, and then I do 1 burger for every 1 cheese. So 1 burger per 1 cheese. I'm only going to show this for one of these. So I'm going to end up using 44 cheese to make this many burgers. Well, how many cheeses do I have left over? Well, see, I started with 53 cheese. I used 44 cheese minus 44 cheese. So I'm going to end up with 9 cheese excess. This right here is a classic dimensional analysis problem. This one's actually used in restaurants all the time, and it's the same exact concept as the dimensional analysis problem, which is going to give many of you fits on the first exam.